Howdy, 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 gang. Come on in, pull up a chair. Because today I am unboxing and taking a first look at Bushido from Gray Fox Games. I'm also going to be taking a peek at the Rising Rage expansion as well. Hi-ya! Welcome aboard, gang. I'm Jeff McAleer, Grand Poobah of thegaminggang.com, as well as the host of the live weeknight Monday through Friday show, The Daily Dope, right here on YouTube at 7 p.m. Central. Thanks for swinging by today because I'm going to unbox and take a first look at what strikes me as a pretty interesting two-player dueling game, Bushido. Now, reason why I was taking a look at this and I'm going to be reviewing Bushido is I interviewed Alex Goldsmith of Gray Fox Games at Origins Game Fair, and as we were talking, I had asked what was a game that he thought was really good from Gray Fox that kind of flew under the radar, and right away he said Bushido. So we're going to take a look at this and I will actually review it, but not today. We're just doing the unboxing. Should point out, Bushido is from Gray Fox Games. It's designed by Pedro Mendoza, with artwork and graphic design by Vicente Silveira Catala, Tyler Myatt, and Malcolm Wope, or maybe Wopey. Taking a shot at these last names. The game is for two players, ages 8 and up. I don't know, it's a dueling game where you're fighting somebody else. I don't know. I don't know if 8-year-olds play that, but according to the box, it says 8 and up. Does play in 30 minutes and is available right now. Does carry an MSRP of $29.99. I'm also looking at the Rising Rage expansion that carries an MSRP of $17.99. So let's swing on over to the other camera. Do want to mention, if you happen to watch the Daily Dope, then you'll be very familiar with my style for unboxing. If this is your first time watching a video on the Gaming Gang channel, I should point out that I don't do 3 to 5 minute unboxing videos. I'm very casual. I like to chat a bit, like to kind of dig into the components, taking a peek at a lot of the cards. So if you are looking for a 3 to 5 minute unboxing video, this really is not going to be your bag of tricks. Just want to let you know right up front. So anyway, let me put on my reading specs here. I'm also going to take a quick sip. See, I'm so used to just doing the live show and having chat going and things like that. It's a little different to be doing just recorded videos. Anyway, so here's Bushido. Let's flip this on over. I'm not going to read everything on the back of the box, but in Bushido, you take on the role of a warrior attempting to navigate the way. You will train your martial arts techniques and choose a weapon that fits your style. But training is not mastery. The only way to know how far you've come is to enter the dojo with a worthy opponent and put your training to the test. Bushido is a game of card drafting, deck building, and dice-driven combat for 2 players. All right, let's get the shrink wrap off here, because when I do an unboxing video, it really is an unboxing video. I have not taken a peek at anything inside the box. I did some B-roll, I will admit, when I was at the Gray Fox Games exhibit area at Origins Game Fair, but I didn't really dig too deeply into the game. So let's crack this on open. Do I have, yeah, just making sure that I slashed open the shrink wrap on the expansion as well. So we've got a rule book. We've got some punch boards with some tokens on them as well. So first off, let's zoom on in, take a look at these rules. I can tell you right now, not a lot of pages to these rules. So we've got the components. So we've got evade dice, we've got attack dice, defense dice, some hit tokens, lock tokens, guard tokens. We've got some life dice, which are basically 12-sided dice. Some other tokens, some rage tokens. and the player boards. So, goal of the game is to defeat your opponent in a martial arts duel. The first player to reduce their opponent to 0 health wins. So it's showing us the setup here. Talking about the gameplay. Each game of Bushido has 3 phases. So we've got training, arming yourself, and then the duel, no doubt. Yep, there we go. We got the duel. One thing that sounds very interesting about this game is that you can kind of draft your character almost, but the thing is you can't use the same technique every time and win. So you're going to have a different sort of combat technique. You'll have different weapons. So you have to kind of adjust on the fly to what you've got when you enter the duel. So talking about playing a technique, changing your guard, rolling your dice. As you can see, and we'll get a closer look at the dice as well, these are custom dice. These are not just regular 6-sided dice. And you're checking for the game end. So basically, if either player has 0 health, that's the end of the game. Hey, some variants too. Cool. Oh, so there's a 4-player game if you want to have 2 sets of the core game here. Showing some setup info for that. Nice. That's kind of cool that, you know, they included a 4-player game if you've got 2 copies of the game itself. So all in all, we've got 31 pages of rules, but let's be honest, got a lot of images here. This is a small rule book, so it's not like these rules are going to take a long time to figure out. So those are the rules themselves. Here is the punch board that's got the tokens on it. So we've got these tokens here. And we got the player boards. We're going to have 2 of these. So, yep, fold down. Hey, that's kind of cool. Let's zoom out a little bit. It's a little bigger than I thought it was going to be. There we go. Zoom out there. So that's cool. So you're going to have technique and weapon, holding area. Here's your turn order right here. Here's your hits. So from 10 down to 0. Damage as well. So, and then it looks like here you're going to take some of these tokens probably and put them here. Nicely done. That's a cool little player board here. So we've got 2 of those. Then we've got the dice. Let's take a look at the dice. I'll zoom back in because we're going to look at cards too. So we've got the dice here. And let's get a blue one. So we've got these different symbols on them. So the attack die looks like maybe that's 1 hit. And we've got that symbol on there as well. We got some blanks also. Then the blue, I think, was the defense die. So almost looks like that's evading. Not sure what that's going to represent. And then, of course, we got what, 1 blank? We only have 1 blank there. Then we got gray. I wonder if gray's kind of the armor. So we've got the 3 different colored dice. Got a bunch of them too. So there's a lot of dice here. Let's put those back in. Then we've got a couple of 12-sided dice to track your hits. Which it looked like you started at 10. So that's kind of strange that this looks like this is the hit tracker up here, right? But then we've got 12-sided dice too. So I don't know. I have no clue. But can always use more 12-siders, I'll tell you that. Then we've got a relatively small deck of cards. So let's get this open up. We'll take a look at some of these cards. So let's see. Do they all have the same backing? I don't think they will. So we've got, okay, we got that backing, got this backing, and we've got all of these. So let's take a look at, these look like, almost like these are like attacks. So we've got a quick cut, furious charge, cool artwork, I like the art, wide cut, So I will take a stab that these little symbols in the upper corner are going to indicate, I guess this is probably your technique. So then we've got Calm Mind, Focus Dodge, Wind Dancer, Fury of the Storm, Strong Parry, Sacrificial Strike, Dragon's Flame, Whirlwind Blade, Lightning Strike, and Heated Thrust, Enduring Strength, Leg Cut, Rock Slide. That's kind of funny. I'm going to create a Rock Slide. Tortoiseshell, Defense Mastery. Got Tidal Wave, Hidden Blade, Observant Reflection, Graceful Cut, Serpent Strike. And we've got Distracting Smoke, Mumashi Strike, Quick Feint, Disarming Strike, and Tashabishi. So we've got a grand total of 6 of these different symbols here. And what do we have here? Oh, we got the weapons. So we've got the different... Oh, jeez. How'd you like to get smacked in the head with that? Wow. And you'll see it's actually showing like there's a token limit. Talking about different guard, because you can have high, mid, and low guard. Almost like the sickle, the katana, the odachi, which is longer than katana. A lot of people don't realize the katana is not a really, really long sword. The odachi's kind of like almost like a two-handed sword. And the tetsubo. So those are the weapons. And then, oh, it looks like we got more weapons. Okay, so how come they had different backings? Oh, for each of the different players. I get it. So each of the players has a deck of the weapons cards. So in the core game, we've got the deck of cards. We have the big honking bunch of dice. We've got a couple of 12-siders here as well. We've got the player boards. We've got the punch board with the tokens, as well as the rules. And that's what we find when we take everything outside the box for Bushido. Now let's take a look at the Rising Rage expansion here. So I think, I believe that this Rising Rage expansion actually utilizes that like rage stat that was that we saw there were like rage tokens in this. So it says Rising Rage is the first expansion for Bushido. The addition of new technique cards, new weapons, and new dice adds variability and excitement to your games of Bushido. Many of the new techniques allow the discarding of unwanted dice results to trigger powerful effects, and the new die gives you the potential to collect rage tokens without changing your guard. All right, let's see what we've got in here. So we've got just a little itty-bitty rule booklet. That's actually a fold-out, isn't it? No, it's a booklet. Okay, so we've got 5 rage dice, 23 technique cards, 8 weapon cards. So we got 2 sets of 4 weapons. Talking about the setup, gameplay, preparing your weapon selection, training, arming, and dueling. And then it's talking about resolving your dice. Cool. So we've got 5 new dice. These are green. What is that? Like Incredible Hulk Rage? Incredible Hulk Rage green. So we've got a new symbol here with the fist. Yep. So that looks like that's a new symbol on these green dice. And of course, we've got 1 blank side on these. So we've got those new dice. Now let's see the new cards, which this deck of cards is about half the size of the deck that's in the actual game. So looks like we've got some new goodies here. Let's see what we've got. So, quick cut, furious charge, wide cut. So we had those before. Balanced Advanced Patient Evasion. I think that one's new. Gathering Storm, Swift Strike, Powerful Swing, Burning Cut, Flaming Blade. These are new. Inner Ember, Stony Resistance, Heavy Cut, Iron Defense, Rising Rage, Rising Tide. I think we saw that one before. Undertow, Smooth Slice, River's Edge, Improvise, Backstab, Poison Shuriken, Dark Fury. Alright, and now we've got the weapons. So we've got the Sai, Ikubo, Naginata, and Tinbi Roshin. So I guess it's a spear and shield. So we've got 2 sets of these 4 cards. So we've got the new cards, as well as 5 new dice, as well as the rules as far as applying the Rising Rage. And that's what we find inside the Rising Rage expansion as well. So there you have it. As I mentioned before, Bushido is out now. It is kind of a hidden gem, according to Alex Goldsmith over at Gray Fox Games. The core game does carry an MSRP of $29.99. The Rising Rage expansion carries an MSRP of $17.99. So, thank you for joining me for taking a peek at Bushido as well as its first expansion. I will have a review in the very near future. Do want to point out, if you liked the video, please give it a thumbs up. And if you like the videos here on the Gaming Gang channel, please subscribe. Don't forget to catch me live Monday through Friday nights on the Daily Dope at 7 o'clock Central Time right here on YouTube. See you next time. If you're ready for some more fun and you'd like to check out the latest episode of the Daily Dope, my live Monday through Friday show that airs at 7 p.m. Central right here on YouTube, click right here. And if you'd like to roll the dice and push your luck and see a randomly selected video from the channel, click right here. You pays your money, you takes your chances. Once again, I'm Jeff McAleer, and thank you for watching.